that's dangerous though, man, because you know the whole thing is, man.
Because can you sue a nigga for beefing now? Like, this nigga said I was a this and a that.
You call a man a snitch and you ain't got no proper paperwork to support that, you could lose your life. That's tough. That used to be real serious.
It's mainstream now. Look at Kendrick and Drake. He's calling him a pedophile. Is that what I'm hearing? He's calling him a pedophile on the song. That's a big. Like, I'm surprised at the homie. Like, I'm not a huge fan. Like, I love a lot of his works. You hear a lot of his works. It's mainstream, you know. But like, that's bold, homie. Like, what you're doing is you're just smutting up that guy. You feel me? Like, those are strong fucking words, homie. Like, you know.
That's why I say
it's kind of weird to me. You feel me? Like,
beefing has gone to really the exposure of who you are, and even if it ain't really proof of exposure, I really want to just tell people my opinion of how I think you are, right? As far as any kind of beef record today. It's not like he said in the beginning, it was just, you know, nigga, I'm bad, you ain't bad, I'm the hardest rhymes, and nigga, you know, and my rhymes are like this and my rhymes are that. It has gone beyond that.
Now you could tell a man he a snitch. Call a man a pedophile, tell a dude you could just say anything to somebody, man.
You can say that, you can say a motherfucking, you can say a kid is not, you know what I'm saying? Your kid is by another nigga. Your girl fucked another nigga and had a kid. I mean, you know, we have gotten to the epitome of what fucking disrespect it is.
Do you think it's going too far now?
I mean, look, they shut up his house. They shot up Drake's house. Like, it goes to show you it incites hatred, it incites, there's too much, like, you know, like, you're leaving too much for speculation.
Yeah.
You know, well, fuck, my kid got raped. Let me go smoke this guy. You know what I mean?
You don't know, because fans, I'm going to tell you, man, I don't have fans. I don't have fans in the street come to talk to me about shit that's going on with podcasts. And, like, I'll be really looking at them like they crazy, like they'll walk up to me like they wanted to do something, say something, but then they see how big I am, like, oh, well, I didn't know that fool was that big, or I get up out the car on their ass, you know? And it's like, man, people really take this shit serious. They listen to everything people say, man.
This is crazy.
Influence is real.
It's real crazy people on the planet. You get me? You can just see that just by watching TV or just watching shit. You get me? Watch a lot of these shows, man. They're just people who crazy. So you have to be careful because, like you said, you don't know how far somebody will take somebody else's insinuation of who you are. Shit. Motherfuckers is sick. A nigga, you know what I'm saying? Niggas are popping. You got fans who pop stars and celebrities and try to do shit all day behind another motherfucker. You get me? So shit. You have to be careful, like I said, and especially in our line of work, as far as hip hop is concerned and fucking podcasting or whatever. It's gang of nigga shit.
Yeah, because I see this shit. I was looking at some shit earlier today. They got motherfuckers on there fighting. I said, man, like, what is going on? Motherfuckers is losing their mind. And you know, it used to just be more serious back then because back in the 90s, you just couldn't say what you wanted to about a motherfucker, dog, without having no smoke behind it.
A lot of our shit came from, especially with a lot of street affiliation. You get me? You have to be careful because not only does it involve you, but then it involves the niggas around you. And if a nigga's involved, you know, if a nigga consider himself your homie or friend or whatever, your beef is his beef. You get me? So
you know what I wanted to ask you about, because you was around back then. What did you think about Pocus P Locos? Did you think that was a good thing? Kool-Aid, remember when they had that thing going on the radio?
Man, that was instrumental, you know, like it really exposed artists to a new market. That's like mainstream, you feel me? So even if we had Sundays, that was okay. Like, you know, one day out of the week, I don't mind that.
Yeah, but that shit was cracking because it got syndicated. It was in other markets too. And I thought that was big as hell when she did when her and her husband had pulled that off.
I got featured on there once. They played one of my records, and again another high moment for me, like, because it got me more attention, and it got me gigs and things, and you know, the recognition was phenomenal. I mean, I remember sitting there a few years back listening to Pocus P Locos and like saying, man, like this is dope. Like this is the new wave, you feel me? Like more genres tapping into a beautiful art form, which is important, I think, you know.
Who would you say the biggest Mexican rapper of all time is? Lil Rob?
That's a big one. I don't know, I tip my hat to Kid Frost. You know, I think Kid Frost is like the epitome of Chicano gangster rap. I think he's like a legend, you feel me? He paved the way. He's like kicked it off mainstream for guys like us. So for me, I think a platinum selling artist like Kid Frost is a legend. We were talking the other day, and I was giving him his flowers, and the same, you know, you don't want to wait till the man is gone to let him know how you feel, you know, like.
Yeah, Frost is definitely a pioneer.
Oh, definitely.
And people got their indifferences, you know. Everyone has their opinion. Oh, this, that, or their experience. Oh, he didn't sign my hat, or whatever the case. Like, people have their opinion, you know. And my opinion is like, respect your elders, respect the forefathers, because I think that's why shit is so watered down and so like lacking, morals and core values, and
yeah,
how
people
it's
definitely
all
don't respect the architects like they should.
Watered down, you know, like you figure like that they'd have statues for the homies like MC Eiht and you know, like the greats, you know, like
because I banged me some motherfucking
you know,
I banged me some Kid Frost.
Come on.
Yeah, Kid Frost was hard.
I banged me some Kid Frost.
You know what's so dope, man? You know his son is a producer.
Yes.
Scoop DeVille. Scoop DeVille. I helped Scoop DeVille early on. Early on in this thing. Shout out to the little homie. But he's a little bad motherfucker, dog. Little Elijah.
Be Real in them is large, though.
Be Real?
Yeah, they large.
Oh yeah, Be Real in them. Yeah, they Be Real in them took that shit to a whole nother level.
A lot of homies, you know, Baby Bash, Little Rob, you know, MC Magic. There's a lot of them, a lot of great pioneers that are.
Well, if you want to go to, that status of as far as hip hop is concerned, I would put Be Real in them up there. Like, even though, like you said, it's a different motherfucking. You know, it's a different than, like you said, when you think of Cypress and then you turn around and you think of somebody like, you know, Spanky or motherfucking Lil Rob or you know, one of the, you know, somebody that, like I said, don't get me wrong, you know, Be Real and them blood homies and Southgate and all, but, you know, I don't know. I look at them as I look at them as on a, like I said, a different scale.
Oh boy, yeah.
As one of the, you know, one of the homies who you look at as like still in the trenches with it, so to speak. You get me?
Yeah, I know a gang of the homies sold records. How many records you think you don't sold from the physical thing? Do you even remember? Because I swear it was homies that probably don't sold 300,000-400,000 records, man.
That's easy, you know.
They was making money, man.
As far as pushing their share?
Yeah.
Because then you had distributors that were pressing your shit on the side without telling you. You know, there was units that you can't account for.
Oh, that dude from Thump was good for that. dude from Thump.
Knew you was.
Oh, Billy's ass. Billy's ass was good. I'm gonna go press some shit on the side.
S.A. homies. Yeah, he had them all too.
Yeah.
Bill probably made him extra couple $2 or $3 million on the side.
No, think about that one. Like, how many units ain't accounted for? You know, like the same.
Still, he wasn't shipping them out the back door to Japan or nowhere.
Hell no, that motherfucker Bill was going to go meet up with motherfuckers for boxes.
Come on. And there was people playing music everywhere, all over. You know, it was a big thing. So
I'm gonna tell you when I knew it was big. I was out in France at Midham, And I saw Murray Brumfield, the homie Murray Brumfield out there. I said, you out here slinging them CDs, ain't you? He was like, yep.
Amazing. Murray used to pull up in a green Benz, right?
Mm-hmm.
That green Benz, like, yeah. It'd be like a really nice Benz full of CDs.
Yeah, we saw some historical shit, man, because I had a record store back then, and I saw like the beginning of Chicano rap, man, when he came with the first homies with 18 with a bullet. What was what was the name of that?
Spanish Fly.
Mm-hmm. And I sold a bunch of these Brown Pride tapes.
Sick.
Oh, that's what paid the bills, dog. I sold, man, probably like about 8,000-9,000 of them Brown. Like I had boxes of that shit, homie, and them kids from Paramount High School, from Norwalk High School, was just coming to pick that stuff up.
Hard.
And Murray used to come back by and drop some shit off, man. And I remember he had the first Lil Rob tape.
Come on. Crazy Life or something like that. Crazy Life. Yeah.
And Mr. Shadow and all them. I sold a lot of the homie shit, man.
They sold units, homies. And so I think we did our thing, you know. The same with like streaming and shit. Like, you don't know. It's like so many, you know. Now things are, you know, kind of in order, but there was a time also like, you know, getting wrapped up with these bogus deals and bogus distributors. It's like, you see like your music being uploaded here and like that, like someone's making feria, you know. So
it's a lot of people, man, a lot of guys, man, that really, because it's not like y'all had, and you talk about the shady deals.
Right.
If you didn't have your own label, you was signing to somebody else's independent label, and they usually didn't know what they was doing.
Exactly.
Hell no.
You know, a lot of times they just know a check coming in, they just, you know, it was a lot of bread made, man, from them distributors, man. It was homies getting checks for like $100,000 from the distributors, man.
I mean, it's easy to push some units and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, back then, during those times of, like you said, CD pushing and all that, rap was wide open, man. It was like, nigga, all you had, you got an artist? Oh, he rapping? Oh, nigga, give me a couple of boxes.
That's when I knew it was money and you ain't had to be famous, because I remember I would be up at ground. I was showing Glasses one day, man. I was showing him my statements from overseas, from over, I had distribution set up out there, man. I was getting like, man, it's anywhere from $75,000 to $85,000 just a month. And it was just, and I wasn't offering a whole bunch of shit, but it was just like, you know, 8 of this, 5 of this, not a whole bunch of shit, 3 of this.
Right.
And it was just bread coming in, man.
That's real. That's for real.
I miss them days like a motherfucker, dog.
I know it. I seen those days too, you know. I seen those days, so.
It was that, man. So you got a tattoo parlor now, right? A tattoo shop?
I've had a few in LA and then in Seattle, and currently right now I don't have no location. It's just been difficult for me to the oversight has been tough, and with traveling, I just feel like doing conventions has been my big thing right now. So I do a lot of conventions. I take 6-7 artists with me. We'll hold down a big spot and tattoo for the weekend. And I've hit, all over the States in the last couple of years. I've done some pretty gnarly conventions: Philadelphia, Houston, Atlanta, Chicago. You name it. I've been there, New York. I've done some even overseas, Brazil, Japan, a few other places. So definitely the tattoo game has been a blessing. So, and it's stuff like I didn't apprentice under nobody, but I learned in the streets, you know, and I feel like that was my apprenticeship. Like there was no one giving classes, no one even. It used to be if like you open up a shop anywhere near another shop, they come and break your windows or light your thing on fire, you know, and the culture was just really different. You know, it was really taboo. There was no tattoo superstars. It wasn't even like that. It was like tattooers were kind of low key and, you know, kind of rogue. And yeah, it wasn't like what it is now. Now it's like tattoo superstars, megastars, you know, influencers, tattooers and things. So God bless the transition from music, the transition from tattooing in the street to music to tattooing and doing music has been amazing. Like, I felt like when I started doing the music, I stopped tattooing, and I always want to kick myself in the head because that was a few years of hyper-focusing on music, and I left the craft alone. And when I did get reintroduced into tattooing, it like took off, you know.
Yeah, because tattooing is mainstream. If you look at every college football program or basketball program in the country, these kids got on whole sleeves.
Everyone's blasting now.
Yeah, and it's not like, because before I used to get looked down on. If I'd have came home with a bunch of tattoos on, my mama probably whooped my ass, man.
Yeah, it was taboo. Only like gang members and prostitutes will get tattooed. No,
Exactly.
It wasn't
and
like,
bikers and
bikers
shit.
and shit.
Now you see the homies, man, they got...
You go to the airport in Barcelona, like you seen big 20-foot advertisement with soccer players all blasted up. And I go, thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's good for business, you know?
It was now, man. Well, man, I was going to try to avoid asking you, how the hell did you and 6ix9ine get into it, man?
You know, that homie, we actually communicated on good terms. We had like good communication, but then like once like a lot of the negative stuff start coming up about him, I asked him, hey homie, like this is kind of weird, you know? And at the time we were trying to do music, trying to organize him being out here with the homies, and I go, you know what? The homies ain't gonna like this shit. Like, there's no way, you know? There was some allegations of some stuff, and I go, nah, you ain't, no one's gonna fuck with you like that here. And he's like, well, I'm gonna be in LA anyway. Like, basically saying, I don't care what you, like, fuck you, whatever you know, like, I ain't tripping on you. And that kind of was like, I was like, it didn't really sit well at the time, but at the time I was like the same. Like I wasn't conscious or cautious about what energy I was putting out. It was like me getting disrespected and feeling disrespected, and then me wanting to disrespect him back. You know, the same rap beef stuff, you know. And I think looking back, I could have made wiser choices and better decisions, and you know, been a better homie, but you know, it just happened to turn out like that, and I got a gang of free publicity, like $40,000, $50,000-$60,000 in free publicity, and I had fun with it, and that was it. That was all it was.
For sure. Because the homies damn sure wouldn't have had him around. That'd have been all bad.
Yeah, you know, it was questionable.
You know, getting whole neighborhoods took down.
And at the end, even before that, none of that was prevalent. Nobody knew about none of that. It was more, I think, some charges about being with a minor and some other stuff. And so that, I think, was tough because the wave was like his whole age group and the fans that he had were little kids. So it's
the way
like,
it was
you're gonna
positioned,
let your
that was
kids
foul.
go be around that or be influenced by that. It's kind of messed up, you feel me? And then came everything else later. So, I don't know, once it got weird like that, then I said, nah, that's it, I had my fun. That's it, thank you. We're not friends, okay, no problem, we're not friends.
Yeah, dude,
it's all
man,
good, you know, like...
You know, regardless of what you say about that motherfucker, he had him a hell of a run.
Right, you know, genius, marketing genius, smart, all of them things, but it just wasn't our time, you know, like... Well, a lot of homies that it don't work out with, just, I always say, like, regrettably, it just wasn't our time, you know?
You know what trips me out, man? I think he proved, man, that don't nobody want to go to jail, dog, because him and Charleston White talk more shit to motherfuckers that I don't ever see, and don't nobody do nothing to their ass. Motherfuckers be like really talking that shit.
See?
And don't nobody want to go to jail.
Escapes. Karma is, you know, has a funny way of doing things. No one escapes. So it might look like that, you know, in the beginning, but at the end, no one goes unscathed, you know?
Hell yeah, Spanky.
It's the energy you put out, you know?
For sure, man. Well, I appreciate you coming to sit down with us, big dog.
Oh, definitely.
It was for sure epic, man. Y'all make sure, man, y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Leave a comment, rating, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that other shit. We out of here.
Yeah.
Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes. If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.